Hi guys, we're back in Assetto Corsa. This is episode 8 and today we're going to be racing the Corvette Daytona Prototype brought to you by the IER Modding Group.
We're going to be taking it for a spin around the Nürburgring Nordschleife, which we visited a couple of weeks ago. Actually, it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Since then, there have been a couple of major updates to it, and we'll talk about them later. But right now, let's focus on this car.
Yeah. Let's get started.
First things first is pulling out of the pits here, without hitting anything.
Yeah.
Alright, out we go. I think we should start by talking actually about the looks of this car.
Yeah.
Not the nicest car to look at.
I mean, you're being quite nice about it. I think I'm going to say it looks like the Batmobile.
That's actually quite a compliment, I think. I think that's a compliment. If any car looks like
of the
Batman,
1970s.
maybe not such a compliment. But nevertheless, regardless of it looking like the Batmobile, it is accurate to its real life counterpart. And that's the important part. And
well, careful. You don't want to be going that speed up there. But yeah, I mean, it is a very difficult car to drive. I mean, I lasted a few minutes on this in this car before you took over.
yeah, I think we've had a few attempts at this, and I'm just too tired to drive any more on it.
It is hard work, people. I mean, driving this car does give you a good workout, as my colleague is now finding out.
But it's very, very good as in terms of its handling, its physics.
Yeah.
You can definitely feel it. I mean, you can see here as he's going around the corners, you can actually see the movement, the slight roll on the car, the way it handles the bumps. Even when he locks up, just the one wheel, the specific wheels lock up.
Yeah, there you go.
It's very realistic.
Yeah.
I'm going to say he did that on purpose for us.
Yeah.
But it's very realistic, and that's really, really important, especially for a third-party car. Being a third-party car, you wouldn't expect this kind of detail in terms of its physics.
I mean, talking about the fact it's a third-party car, it is a complete third-party car. I mean, it's got everything, so you can choose the tyres, the gear ratios, the suspension, the fuel capacity. So, I mean, they've done pretty well with this car, I think.
Exactly what you can do in the real race car.
Yeah.
You've also got tuning the drivetrain,
Exactly,
your final drive ratio, you've got the suspension options, anti-roll bars, the whole works, it's all there, which makes it like the best of the Formula cars that you're going to get in Assetto Corsa. And that's, again, something that I can say that we can really give them a lot of praise for. We praise all modders.
I can't stress that enough. Modders deserve a lot of praise because, I mean, it is a lot of work. Believe it or not, this probably takes weeks, months just to get little changes and here and there. And creating a car probably takes a few months at least. So, carry on, people. Modders, that you're doing a very good job, and I think we appreciate all the work that you're doing on it.
Yeah, I mean, any criticism we do give for it is constructive criticism.
Yeah.
We don't want to knock anyone's work.
Yeah.
Like what we will say here, for example, is that we popped into 6th gear there.
Yeah.
Now, from what we saw from the real car, we don't think it does have a 6th gear.
Yeah.
Having said that, this particular chassis may have one.
Yeah.
So they could have looked at a different car.
Exactly.
They could have looked at a specific type, what it's racing in, and said, well, look, this one does have a 6th gear.
Yeah.
So again, it's all little tweaks here and there that people will say that, oh yeah, maybe they've got this right, maybe they've got this wrong.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's still there and it looks great.
Yeah. I'm not sure about it looking great, but if it drives...
We'll say it looks accurate.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
We'll say it looks accurate. There are a few bugs in this car.
I think you can call them work in progress.
Yeah, work in progress, exactly. One of them would be that we've got the AI. Quoting them, they say that the AI is wonky.
Yeah.
So I'm presuming by that they mean that the AI probably cannot handle the car as such. I mean, we have difficulty handling the car anyway.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a work in progress. I think they're just sort of. I think hopefully in the next weeks.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're just working. They're working at it, and they have said that they know what the issues are. So they've just left it on hold, which is absolutely fine by us. The other thing is that being a new car mod, it's not fully optimized yet with the level of detail, and that means that you are going to have more of a frame hit than you would expect in, let's say, one of Assetto Corsa's new models.
Exactly, yeah.
But we haven't seen any more than an extra 10 frames, 15 frames being knocked out. So it's not that significant
I think,
a hit.
like you say, hopefully once they've they've worked on it, you might get that back anyway.
Yeah, I mean, this is the 0.2 beta.
Yeah.
That's what they're in right now, so you can see that they've got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Apart from that, there really isn't anything wrong with it. There really isn't anything wrong with this car.
Yeah.
I like it. I think to drive, if anyone wants a really good driving experience, grab yourself a steering wheel, get yourself right up on the force feedback, get this car. Get this car and enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
just be. I would give a bit of advice to the people and say, be patient with it, and learn. You need to learn how it takes corners, because I'll be honest, I'm a very impatient person. So I literally lasted a few minutes in there before you took over, didn't you?
Yeah, and I've done about half an hour, 45 minutes of driving this, and it does take a little bit of getting used to. I still spin out here and there, but the most important thing is it's fun. It feels real, and like we keep mentioning, for a simulator to succeed, you need things to feel as realistic as possible.
Exactly.
It's got it. The sounds.
Yeah.
The sounds in here are brilliant. You know, interior view, exterior view. It's got brilliant sounds. The backfire, all the rumble, all the noises there. And we did mention before, saying that sounds are important.
They are. I mean, they are. Along with the environments of the track, which is separate now, but I think they're very important to the actual whole simulator.
And it's done it really well.
And one thing we've got to remember is every car is different. So, you know, you can't expect to get Ferrari, you know, take the way he takes corners or whatever, you know, on the straight. I mean, he's not taking that corner very well anyway. But every car is different.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going, let's just go into the interior view. Let's do half a lap in interior view now. And what we will do, probably a bad thing to do now that we're in interior view, but I think we'll talk about the track.
Yeah.
If you look out the window, just this Corvette sign is not. I don't like that, but I'm guessing that's in the real car.
Yeah.
But if we talk about the track, well, we did say that there's been a couple of updates.
Yeah.
So we are. Last time we played this, we were on 0.9.3.
0.3.
And
Yeah.
now we are on
1.
1.0.
There was and there was 0.9.8, which came out on the 22nd of June, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it's about a month ago.
I think
half a month ago.
I think the major update, which I mean, I'm quite fussy about the environment, as you know, is the trees. I think they've sort of gone for the 2.5D.
Yeah.
And it's for me that has brought the whole thing to life.
It really does. It really does. I completely agree with you, because when you look at them, when you see just a flat treescape, you think, well, it looks fine from a distance, but as you get closer to it, it really doesn't work. While here, you can see the trees aren't 3D, but they do have this maybe 2 or 3 2D planes, and that makes it that makes all the difference.
Yeah.
But for me, the biggest difference was that they've changed the actual texturing and the mesh itself, so it's a lot better. And he smoothed out the track. So we did say that it was a bit bumpy in places. Those bumps, a lot of them are now gone, and the layout has been changed to be much closer to real life, which I think is really good.
Yeah, we just want to clarify. We're talking about the Nürburgring Nordschleife by Snoopy.
Yeah, we're talking about just this one track, not any official updates by Assetto Corsa. That will be in next week's video, which you really need to tune in for, because it's going to be brilliant. But yes, there's a lot of things that they have changed and updated. Performance. Last time we were getting about 70-80 frames. Now when we were trying this earlier, we're getting 130 frames with this car. So that's a massive improvement there. The lowest I think we knocked was when we were spinning around, lots of smoke, we went down to 70, which was kind of what we were getting last time. So it has really been improved, and I think well done to not just Snoopy, but all the others that have actually been updating it with it. You know, the original creators of the track that this was based on, and the ones who have now done the AI, for example. There is an AI file now included. As to how good it is, we don't yet know, but it is included, which means people can start racing other cars on this. And generally, it's really getting along nicely. And we did say that when it gets to version 1, it'll be quite good. And he hasn't failed to deliver. So well done to Snoopy and all his friends.
Yeah, and Cole, brilliant.
I think this is almost the end of this lap. So what we'll do is we'll just drive around for another minute or so, just let you enjoy the sounds and the views without us babbling over it. But we'll see you again in next week's episode, where we'll be doing something slightly different, something quite long, but you're definitely going to enjoy it. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit that like button, and leave a comment in our comments box. We'll see you next week.